live, correct?
Yes. Making pretty good time today. Alright, hello everyone and welcome to round number 4 of our third Casuals tournament. I am Blues here with PB Head.
Hey guys.
And here we have an electronics colony with double price electronics. Also double iron, half steel. We'll have to see if players play around those properly.
Yeah. You instant found like this robot spot. There's no robots though. No, there's no robots in the robot spot. Oh.
Wonder if we'll see an elite down here. A little bit of silicon, some iron. Otherwise, this is difficult. Carbon not very good. So scavenger doesn't feel right. Expansives, I guess.
Oh my goodness, it's into the positives. There's combo tiles, and no one's taking them. What the hell?
Although I do like Ian's spot somewhat. The steel is always going to be disconnected, but with the ice right there.
There we go, peasant. Thank you. With the double. There, goodness.
Yeah, that should work out very nicely as well.
Oh,
Also
yeah.
has ice available.
You should be able to hit that upgrade, no problems.
I'm a bit sad no
the upgrade.
one decided to get really adventurous and go for the elite. It's perfectly understandable. Adderfield going for his... well, play he goes for off and just skipping steel entirely. Might work out nicely for him. Life support prices are quite high.
Everyone's in a steel.
Yep.
Everyone's in a steel colony, so it's probably not. Steel started cheap. It's probably okay.
Right, for Ian in particular, I think I would have liked to see him not go for this steel on HQ1. Each of those steel mills costed the 20 iron, so that is going to be a big upfront cost, and steel is so cheap. Could have gotten to HQ2 much quicker, could have had some of these nice buildings down on this ice for the silicon.
Yeah, he's going to be a little bit slow here. That's fine.
Yep. Still has great access to resources. Carbon right there as well.
My money is on peasant here because combo tiles, and that is the only reason.
Combo tiles
he
are
deserves
nice.
it because no one else took the combo tiles while he founded last.
Although Pheasant is going for this geo instead of going for the double geo. I mean, that's probably fine, but it would have been nice to see him be really adventurous. Grab all the really nice tiles.
It is Goon, and the first power surge is on Adderfield, so...
Those farms were making great money. Returning the favor.
Going down for peasant. Yeah, this, you know... Yeah.
I do wonder about the geo coming down quite this early. It's not a huge deal, I guess, since steel started cheap, but it's not much of a power surplus that he's making, and power isn't that ridiculous. So it's kind of an in-between play that I'm not sure is going to pay off in any real way.
And he can clearly get down to second geo if he wanted to.
I guess.
You know, these power surges have definitely allowed Ian and Peasant to catch up here. There's the boost in the geo. Which,
I guess the boosts are the argument for the geo being fine.
You know, I don't like the boost because it just draws attention to you. Right? Like, he just hit level 3, and he has the boost down. You're saying, hey everyone, look at me, I have combo tiles! Of course he has nicely, defended from nukes, which is good.
Speaking of nukes, it is interesting that we haven't seen any come down. A lot of vulnerable iron to hit.
Okay, so, well, this is interesting. Adderfield has claimed this iron tile out in the middle of nowhere next to the auction tile. I think he thinks that he got that auction and he didn't or something? I don't understand what's going on here at all.
That might just be the... Right. Those were the only iron tiles left to take that weren't lows.
Oh, maybe. I mean,
Still just not a good position,
still some
definitely.
combo tiles that are still available if you wanted them, Mr. Adderfield.
The black market is on.
Instead of taking a single iron mine out in the middle of nowhere, you cycle your aluminum mine into something useful and then you build these combos over here.
Well, Adderfield going for the double geo. Power only hovering around 120, and dynamites are available, so... I'm not sure those are going to pay off now. Eventually they'll be very good. They'll cover his power costs.
And with spies,
yeah.
he's gonna get hit.
A scientific HQ has been upgraded.
Peasant here is making,
Lots of power money.
yeah, lots of power.
Supplementing his
Has the upgrade
boosted
level 4 if he
geo.
wants it.
Yeah, with the wind turbines was a nice move. Other people keeping carbon cheap enough
Reactors
for him
has
to do
a
that.
very nice transition for Peasant here as soon as he hits that button.
Not
So,
going to be able to get a kill on anyone anytime soon, so upgrading is the right call.
Kind of very cheap. It is back on Mars, so
The black market
territory
is
that I
open
like.
for business.
I am a bit sad that Ian has decided to go for these water tiles for his farms instead of using the ice. It is a bit more resistant to the power surges, but pirates. Maybe just forgetting that ice can be used like that now.
An expansive HQ has been upgraded.
Rahi with his solar panel. That's what he uses auction
How
for.
could
Okay.
one refuse such a wonderful
And there
program?
is the electrolysis reactor transition out of Peasant, which I was so desperately wanting to see. I'm very happy about that.
I'm definitely okay with the 12k auction for this.
What?
What? Indeed.
Hey, okay. I mean, Peasant never have to worry about power
The
again, so
patent
that's
lab is
nice.
constructed.
He's even getting
Let's
super
get
inducted
our
just for,
science on.
you know, funsies.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
Peasant has this game in the bag, it feels like. Maybe it's a little too soon for that, but...
yeah, Adderfield is still being successful in some ways. Though steel and iron are always going to be a big problem for him.
He's also going into his electrolysis reactors here.
An expansive HQ has been upgraded.
Are super vulnerable to the power surge on the electronics factory. Hit all 5 of those beautiful tiles. Virtual reality is coming out next out of Peasant.
Should be nice with all these expansives.
And power
Rahi.
is basically dead because of
Right, especially with that
you should
superconductor
cycle
coming
those
out.
turbines too, because there's just no reason for you to making 8 power per second. And you're gonna boost it too? Okay.
Meanwhile, steel is creeping towards $200.
A scientific HQ has been upgraded.
I'm not sure what people are going to do about that.
I mean, they're still trying to upgrade. It could stall these guys out at level 4, right?
Right, especially if nukes start raining down on iron.
All these steel mills are off, and now there's an iron surplus or shortage.
Just very awkward all around. Oh, that boosted Pleasure Dome.
Ooh,
664.
that's-
Very nice work to blow up all these other ones. And suddenly, Rahi's in a really nice position. 100k. Could buy out Adderfield. Potentially.
And himself for now.
Overloaded circuits create problems. Bid now to annoy your rival.
Well, that's a goon popper and nothing else, huh?
Double Geo and a superconductor Geo on the board.
Yep.
Sold.
Rahi has the upgrade if he wants it.
Hmm.
He's just gonna buy stock.
Black market is online.
Lovely, lovely patents.
And there goes the boosted Pleasure Dome.
Now he's going. He's just getting all the patents here.
Why are you going for Geo Borehole of all things?
The patent lab is ready.
I think maybe not quite noticing just how much power is on being produced right now. Maybe thinking that having that power online later will be useful, but not sure this will pay off. Maybe would have liked to see slant drilling instead really protect your iron production.
When did geothermal borehole get on Mars? What did they replace that with?
It replaced perpetual motion.
Huh. Ah, okay.
Chems coming there.
The pleasure dome is completed.
Chems will be very nice. I would like to see people stop auto selling this less than $10 fuel.
I'd like to see, you know, some of these electrolysis reactors turn into iron mines for peasant here.
Yeah, definitely room for that. Peasant going into an off-world.
Yep, I don't blame him.
Goon, thinking machines, boosts available. Could work out nicely.
Oxygen is a pretty good launch.
Yep.
He has the thinking machines. He's going for all of the patents.
Right, and no one's started popping that goon yet, so. Gonna be pretty nice. Slant drilling coming out for Rahi.
I scrapped the going to Optimization Center. I don't mind it. I would have, you know, like you could take the teleportation away from everyone else. Feels, you know, like always nice, but fuel is dirt cheap right now. And we'll probably stay that way given that oxygen is the launch. So
Indeed.
I guess, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's okay.
Pirates. I hate those filthy bandits.
I assume Ian will be going for teleportation with this patent lab that's coming up.
I could also see it out of Adderfield. He's shipping a lot of well, just the iron. Just the iron, but shipping it pretty far.
Yeah, just the iron might be enough. Well, 0.46 fuel a second. Not too bad.
The oxygen launch beginning for peasant. It's level 4, strangely. Rahi and B dead at level 5. Good job there.
I really do wonder if Ian doesn't know about scientists using ice, because he has these solar contenders down auto-selling water at $17.
Oh no, peasant didn't get this land drilling. Oh no. And he has no iron now, so the iron situation is
Decidedly in Rahi's
officially
favor.
awkward. And Rahi's, yeah.
An expansive HQ has been upgraded.
Take some iron mines. Okay, there we go. Well,
Kind of amazed that no one has attacked the offworld still. Dynamites are just 6k.
yeah. I mean, yeah, there's no reason for. I mean, well, I mean, the pleasure domes were amazing for a little while, but yeah, no, people should be. I mean, people have spies on it, right? Rahi does have a spy on it, although he's indeed dead, so he can't do anything anyway. Oxygen production. Everyone except for Ion, who's basically out of this game.
There we go. I was a bit concerned for a moment because aluminum was over $100 and 3 different players had over 200. And everyone's at HQ5.
Rat trying to break our stuff.
There we go.
And finally,
Look at all the money.
something happens on this off-world market.
Yep.
And he has the cooldown. He buy the goon, buy the goon, buy the goon, buy the goon. It's only 30k. Buy the goon, buy the goon, buy the goon, buy the goon. Buy the goon. Buy the goon. Buy the goon.
Probably still trying to figure out what to do with these claims from the upgrade. But yes, definitely buy the goon.
Land claim available to the highest
And now it's too late.
No, which is really too bad because that just came out just that second out of the protection. So, but he does have, and he buys the dynamite instead. He does have thinking machine, so it's not the end of the universe.
Right. I do wonder about the choice to get into a second Pleasure Dome. He already has his one virtual reality Pleasure Dome. There are 2 other Pleasure Domes already down. This just doesn't feel like a very profitable
center is ready. Time to start
building.
improving everything.
Well, whatever.
Would have been nice to see a bit more food, I think.
Yeah, or another electronics.
Yeah, either way.
Just because I don't think he has any food. He has no food adjacencies or anything like that. He probably could cycle some of these mines into some food in the near future. Oh, come on!
Well, on the bright side, we're only probably going to see 1 or 2 more dynamites at most. And now Ian moving into food on top of that ice. Probably thinking he has enough water now, though he doesn't actually need the water.
So Iron is in D+2, and it's about to be a debt tick.
Right, it's almost 300k, he can deal with that. Everyone's defended himself. This money isn't doing much for him right now. He's just making himself a big target if he lets this happen.
Methods continue to improve.
Ouch.
Plus
Ouch.
5!
73k. So he's going...
Instruments? No one has financial instruments.
No. Well, that's probably okay, because he's probably going to get bought out soon. Adderfield is getting very close to a shift. Well, not very close, but somewhat close. Not with this off-world coming down.
I definitely. I mean, these shares are free, and
Yeah.
it's just okay. Adderfield's starting the clicky buttons.
But if you're gonna do that,
And-
don't
and
build
I
the
haven't even
off-world.
tried to-
Optimization routine successful.
Gotta finish this
He has paid off
bio.
his debt a whole bunch now.
Definitely a missed opportunity there for our players. But nice to see someone doing something. Because that was a move that needed to be made.
Kind of feels like he stalled out a little bit here.
He is still... Well, no. I don't know. Adderfield or Peasant, I'm not sure. I think Peasant
This
maybe
double
just...
Pleasure Dome just needs to stop.
Yeah, the double Pleasure Dome and the off-world getting dynamited a bunch.
It's Dynamite 50k.
Affirmative. What a payout.
Still have cheap power surges, though.
No, cycle the Pleasure Dome into a optimization center and cycle the optimization center with the goon into a Pleasure Dome.
The
Or
engineers advanced our production.
Yeah, that sounds good.
decent money, I suppose. How's this geothermal port? Oh, it's okay. Geothermal borehole's actually doing something for Rahi.
Someone have carbon scrubbing. Yes, Peasant does. So this nuke ends up not really doing much of anything.
The black market is online.
Oh, I mean,
Our
It does
carbon
knock out
income
some
on this
cash,
map
but
is very, very minimal. You know, a carbon play could definitely happen here.
well,
There's
Peasant should be buying out Should he be buying out Ian? I think so. Yeah, D plus 7, that's so cheap, but you can't say no to that.
Adderfield gets it though.
Yeah.
And
It's... It'll probably be a close race, but I think Peasant buying Ian would have made it more in Peasant's favor. Hard to say.
Engineers have advanced
now, did
our
Rahi
production.
help Peasant here, or did he block him a little bit? This
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that.
everyone now has one off-world. Nice. Peasant has been working on these 2 optimization centers, but
Off-world shipment
Rahi has
launched.
3 apparently.
Look at all the money.
Really good upgrades in
Black
general,
market is
but
open for
he is
business.
also really behind in the stock markets and so.
Yep. Bit disappointing that Peasant never really
Optimization routines
moved into that second off-world, made better use of his thinking machines, but at
He's
this
not
point I
using his
guess...
optimization centers as well as he should be.
Yeah. Also not sure exactly what happened this game with Iron and Steel, because it definitely looked like Rahi had the ability to really control those markets. And instead, well, we see several players getting the off-worlds up.
Where's the second off-world? Oh, he's building it by the colony. Well, I mean, dynamite's expensive, I suppose that's fine, but it's definitely not going to be gooned.
Why is it there in particular, though? I guess it doesn't really matter all that much.
Hey, you just had that tile.
Was it an auction tile?
Affirmative. What a payout.
I don't know.
Now Rahi's starting to buy into Peasant. Peasant definitely going
Yeah,
to
this is getting
win that race.
just a little bit too close for comfort here.
Off-world market
Adderfield
assembled.
is getting in the way of Rahi here.
The black market is online. Price manipulations to begin.
Yeah,
shortly.
they I think they do.
The
I think
engineers have
Rahi is
advanced our
sort of
production.
defending Peasant here.
I mean, Adderfield really had no chance at buying out Peasant, so
Our
Rahi had to go for that, but Adderfield also buying in means that Rahi doesn't have a good chance afterwards. Let's see, 280k.
Empty optimization centers. Much sadness from me.
I'm kind of curious if Rahi could kind of just sell out of these last 5 stocks, or even maybe more, try to force this issue right now before Peasant gets this buy done. So I think there's no chance once Peasant picks up
Buy as soon as he
Adderfield.
cancels his launch, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, solar panel. That's a
Optimization routines
okay.
successful. Successful off-world shipment. Make room for the
I'm not
project.
sure what to make of that.
I mean, combo tiles.
Yep. Combo tiles, lots of good patents.
Yep.
The engineers have
Unit-
advanced our production. The pleasure dome is completed.
This
I wonder what
sad
goes
little
on.
$96 pleasure dome.
I'm not surprised. You had no iron. Shipping. Apparently now he's shipping 3 things across the map: carbon, iron, and silicon.
Off-world shipment launched. Look at all the money.
Off-world for a very long time, and he didn't sell. Shut up.
Yeah, I think they're
But
definitely
yeah, this game's over.
just a lot of missed opportunities from all our players. Ian really could have been a factor late if he managed his debt better.
I knew it was a little bit closer than I would have, perhaps would have been 100% happy with. Rahi is interestingly cycled out of every single one of
The
his
Pleasure Dome is fully operational.
optimization labs.
The pleasure domes are a bit
Sorry.
weird to me. I mean, I guess there's nothing great to put on those tiles, but
What a payout.
I don't know, maybe just reactors would be nicer.
The reactors would definitely be nicer. Or glass, or, you know, something that doesn't take a billion. I mean, power is free for these tiles, right? Because of the geothermal borehole,
Right.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Which is a nice benefit, but they're just still not that great. I guess they're also cutting down the profit from peasants' pleasure domes, but it's still just such a minor part
So,
of all this income.
well, I mean, well, it's definitely scrap all your buildings and build pleasure domes this time, if you're right.
Yeah, this game was well over.
And 9 and 100 and the button pressed. Could overload on double geos at the end of the game. What's the point? Oh. And that's too bad for Ryan. I mean, Ryan really had the optimizations, but
This-
did not use his optimizations effectively. But he did get some very, very nice patents
right.
very early on in the game, and that really pushed him. The thinking machines saved his, you know, from
Right.
all of those dynamites that just kept landing on his bait.
And even when we talk about all the dynamites landing, he still managed to get 1 or 2 shipments off before any of the dynamites really got through, which is definitely a big deal. The black market lands a bit earlier, and maybe he just stalls out harder. Didn't quite happen though.